men's section Decathlon. Discus throw women final, and at 3:45 the 400-meter men final. Rest of the events will be as per schedule. कुछ ही समय पश्चात 22वीं फेडरेशन कप नेशनल सीनियर एथलेटिक चैंपियनशिप 2018 का विधिवत उद्घाटन का कार्यक्रम आयोजित होगा, जिसमें हमारे बीच उपस्थित होने जा रहे हैं मुख्य अतिथि के रूप में आदरणीय श्री मेहर सिंह भुल्लर जी, फॉर्मर डीजीपी पंजाब पुलिस, और तथा साथ ही हमारे बीच यहाँ मौजूद हैं सेक्रेटरी जनरल एथलेटिक फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडिया मिस्टर C.K. वॉल्सन। Within a short while from now, we are going to have a formal opening ceremony program of the 22nd Federation Cup National Senior Athletics Championship.
For women final at 4:15, the final of 400 meters for women. At 4:30, it will be 400 meters decathlon for men athletes. At 5 p.m., it will be hammer throw for women. And as the last two events, the most attractive events, which will say the endurance, that is 5,000 meters for women followed by men. And at present, we are at the discus throw arena. And that is going to be Prabhati Sethi, who happens to be the silver medal winner in the recently concluded Grand Prix. And as we take up the discus throw, we would like to present you the national record. Stands in the name of Krishna Punia with 64.76 meters, while the meet record stands in the Neelam J. Singh with 60.95 meters, and that is going to be 135 Manisha Sharma of Haryana, who is about to take her trial. And as far as the qualifying mark for the ensuing Commonwealth Games to be held at Gold Coast, Australia, it is 59.00 meters in the women's section. And that happens to be a trial. And it will be bib number 120, Vic Shrishti of Delhi, who will be now taking her trial.
Punjab Police Band, Bandmaster Balwinder Singh, Havaldar Balwinder Singh from Indian Reserve Battalion, 1st Indian Reserve Battalion. They will play the band from there and receive the chief guest, and they will walk through up to that area. So while running commentary,
Meher Singh Bullar.
Meher Singh Bullar.
Okay.
Chief guest. Yeah, Meher Singh Bullar, former.
And that was a throw from Juma Bazu with 294 representing Andhra Pradesh.
चेक वाली शर्ट के पास में जो खड़े हैं ना, no display, nothing.
And it is going to be 295 Suravi Biswas of West Bengal, who is about to take a trial.
Finish.
And there is the second round which is in progress. And now that is 212 Navjeet Kaur Dhillon, who happens to be the gold medal winner in the recently concluded Indian Grand Prix 1 with a performance of 59.18 meters. Fairly a good throw. And as far as the Indian Grand Prix 1 is concerned, she had registered a very good mark of 59.18 meters, and the qualifying mark for the Commonwealth Games says it is 59.00 meters. And next it is going to be 147 J.S. Priyanka of Karnataka, who will be taking her throws. And there is a Punjab Police Band which is now on the screen. The day's chief guest, former Director General of Punjab, Meher Singh Bullar, is being accompanied by the dignitaries. The former Director General of Police of Punjab is being accompanied. He is the day's chief guest. And that is 149 coming out, KU Likita of Karnataka after making her throws. Our chief guest is being received by Mr. C.K. Walson, the Secretary of Athletics Federation of India. Along with him, we do have Mr. Sunny Joshua, the President of Delhi Athletics Association. Mr. Yamal Dogra, the Director of Athletics Federation of India. And we do have Dronacharya awardee, former Indian coach Mr. J. Saini, and that is Mr. C.K. Valsa now presenting a bouquet to the day's chief guest, former Director General of Police, Mr. Mahesh Singh Bular. And the frame we do have Mr. Bahadur Singh, the chief coach of Indian athletics team. And again we are being taken over to the discus throw arena, wherein Gurveer Kaur of Punjab had just completed her throw, and it is going to be Seema Punia of Uttar Pradesh with bib number 256 is about to take her attempt.
Now I request Honorable Mr. C.K. Watson, the Secretary General of Athletics Federation.
And that was a good throw by Seema Punia of Uttar Pradesh. At present, the second trial is in progress. And it is going to be 209 Prabhati Sethi of Odisha who will be taking her next trial. She happens to be the silver medal winner of the Indian Grand Prix 1, which got over 5 days back.
On behalf of Athletic Federation of India,
Not seems to be a very good throw. To secure silver in the Indian Grand Prix, she had made a mark of 42.58 meters.
I request him to inaugurate this 22nd Federation Cup Open.
And next it will be 135 Manisha Sharma of Haryana, who is about to take her second trial. Seems to be fairly enough a good throw.
Thank you very much, sir. And now the events which are on the field. The high jump and decathlon at the right hand side of the arena.
And the next athlete who will be taking the trial will be 120 Srishti Vig of Delhi.
Of the arena. The discus throw, women.
A clear flight over there, but not gaining much of the distance.
फिलहाल जो प्रतियोगिताएं मैदान में आयोजित की जा रही हैं, हमारे दाहिनी ओर पुरुषों के डिकाथलॉन की चौथी प्रतियोगिता हाई जंप आयोजित हो रही है तथा दूर बाएं हाथ की तरफ women final discus throw
With 12 athletes in the women's section of discus throw.
बहुत जल्द ट्रैक पर हम प्रतियोगिताएं
And it is going to be 294 Juma Basu of Andhra Pradesh who will be taking her trial.
we are going to
And that happens to be 295 Suravi Biswas of West Bengal. Not a very good throw. And that happens to be a foul. And it will be the gold medal winner of the recently concluded Indian Grand Prix 1, Navjeet Kaur Dhillon of Punjab, who had made a mark of 59.18 meters to get the gold. That was a very good release, climbing up. And it will be bib number 147, J.S. Priyanka of Karnataka, who will be taking her trial. And it is going to be K.U. Litika of Karnataka with bib number 149 taking the next trial. Not a good throw.
Honorable Chief Guest for opening function, respected MS Bulladi. On behalf of Athletic Federation of India, we have the privilege to thank you for gracing this occasion. Thanks for your time which you have given it to us. I'm sure your presence will certainly boost the morale of the athletes who have come to participate from all over India. Sir, we thank you very much from Athletic Federation of India. Sir, let me inform you that this championship is going
and it will be bib number 216, Kirandeep Kaur of Punjab, who will be in action for the next throw.
The athletes are participating first time in this track, and also the athletes are going to have last trial for their participation in Indian athletics team. So from all the point of view, it's a championship which has importance, and that's why Athletic Federation of India decided to organize it in Patiala. Sir, we know your contribution. We really appreciate your concern for athletics, and that's why you have very kindly agreed to come here. Your contribution towards athletics, in particular,
Bib number 256, Seema Punia of Uttar Pradesh, is in action for her next throw.
To the athletics fraternity of India. So thank you very much for coming, and I'm sure on behalf of all of us,
A beautiful release over there, traveled a very long distance. Should be certainly beyond the 50-55 plus.
How you will announce the distance and all?
Probably.
Have you seen? Have you noticed one? Huh? PK, at his own, he picked up the mic and started.
And there is going to be 209, Prabhati Sethi of Odisha. It only climbed higher but not traveled a longer distance. And it will be 135, Manisha Sharma of Haryana for the next trial. Not traveling much of a distance. Should be around 30 only.
This cut is there.
They are giving live, sir, but since there is no indicator board, no much of
No indicator वगैरह कुछ भी नहीं.
And we are not able to see that.
It is
The
there
worst
now.
part
It is
is
there.
that.
वो
I
White,
told him
white,
to
white.
turn now,
white t-shirt.
but you are not able to see.
37.51 bit number 120.
5751, yeah.
37.51 sir.
Huh?
37. It is 37 sir.
I don't think so.
It is 37.
Sir, walkie-talkie है उसके पास? सर लड़के में walkie-talkie भी है ना? इधर दे दो, ये कमेंट्री करते हैं वो डिस्टेंस में जाना है टॉपिक भी नहीं दे दो यार एक walkie कर दो. Walkie दे दें सर?
And as far as the last throw was concerned, for 120, Srishti Vig of Delhi, it shows 37.51 meters was the distance.
Discuss नहीं कवर हो रही? लाइव नहीं है ना? हमारा लाइव है. अरे वो कह रहे हैं लाइव है इनका, देखो ऑन करके. जी लाइव है. कैसी बात है? वो देखो सर. वो आपका क्या है? हमें देंगे. जो भी डिस्टेंस वो बताएगा ना. आपकी फीड ही तो है, फीडबैक. हमारा आउटपुट लिया वो उन्होंने, कह रहे स्पीड पे नहीं आ रहा. तो वो स्विच नहीं कर रहा ना. वो स्विच नहीं कर रहा, हमारे यूट्यूब पे आ रहा है. आपका लोगो आया ना, मैंने कर दिया. आप करिए जरा. अब आया तो आपने बंद था ना यहाँ से.
And as the three trials got over, the top athletes will be chosen and it will be in the reverse order.
कितना है? डिले ट्रांसमिशन.
नेचुरली सर वो तो डिले तो हो गई. देखो ये खड़े हैं ना, यही चीज़ को मैं थक गया कह कह के.
And there is the pole vault arena which is being brought to us.
स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो सर.
As far as pole vault is concerned, we have 15 athletes competing in this event. And we would like to present you the record. In the men's section of the pole vault, the national record stands with S. Siva with a clearance of 5.14 meters, while the meet record is also in his name with a clearance of 5.14 meters. And as far as the participation in the ensuing Commonwealth Games, the qualifying mark says it should be 5.45 meters. And now we are taking you over to the high jump arena. And that happens to be the high jump for decathlon athletes. And we are taking you over to discus throw arena, wherein 147 J.S. Priyanka of Karnataka is about to take a throw.
you see the performance?
It is visible. Just wait. It is not there now. They shifted that display.
Okay, cameraman खड़ा हो, सुन नहीं रहा. वो उधर वाला.
And it will be 120 Srishti Vig of Delhi, who is about to take a trial.
2.4. JS Priyanka. 149 Litika.
And next, it is going to be bib number 216, Kirandeep Kaur of Punjab, to take the trial.
No throw. Foul.
And that was a no throw by Kirandeep Kaur of Punjab. And it will be 2-1-2. Now Jeep Decathlon of Punjab to take a trial. Should be somewhere around 50. We'll have to wait for the official.
Foul throw. Two, 5, 6. Sima Punia.
And next it will be bib number 256, Sima Punia of Uttar Pradesh. Really a very good throw. So far now, that is the one which had gone long. A fantastic throw there by Sima Punia of Uttar Pradesh. And that happens to be 59.12 meters.
Number 256.
And it will be 294. Juma Bazu of Andhra Pradesh will be taking a throw now. That was a throw which climbed high up in the air and hurled. It was not a throw. And to continue, over to Mr. Virender Singh.
धन्यवाद मिस्टर एल मुत्तू। और ये डिस्कस थ्रो प्रतियोगिता महिलाओं की यहाँ 22वीं फेडरेशन कप नेशनल सीनियर एथलेटिक्स चैंपियनशिप वर्ष 2018 के दौरान आयोजित होती हुई, और ये थ्रो इसके पूर्व सीमा पुनिया जो कि बिब नंबर 256 के साथ इस प्रतियोगिता में पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं, जिन्होंने 59.12 मीटर की दूरी पर चक्का फेंककर बहुत ही अच्छा प्रदर्शन किया है। और अब आपके सामने है बिब नंबर 209 पार्वती सेठी जो कि ओडिशा से पार्टिसिपेट कर रही हैं। कोई खास अच्छा प्रयास नहीं रहा ये, और 41.59 मीटर की दूरी पर यह चक्का उनके द्वारा प्रक्षेपण किया गया।
Number 209, 40.70.
बिब नंबर 209 पार्वती सेठी ने 40.59 मीटर की दूरी पर चक्का फेंका। और जैसा कि आप सभी को ये अवगत करवा दूं कि 22वीं फेडरेशन कप नेशनल सीनियर एथलेटिक्स चैंपियनशिप 2018 जो यहाँ आयोजित की जा रही है, इसी के आधार पर ऑस्ट्रेलिया में जो क्वींसलैंड में कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स आयोजित होने हैं, वहाँ के लिए भारतीय दल का चयन इसी प्रतियोगिता के आधार पर किया जाना है।
Bib number 147, 41.92.
बिब नंबर 147 प्रियंका जीएस, जिन्होंने 41.92 मीटर की दूरी पर चक्का फेंका। और अब आपके सामने है बिब नंबर 120 सृष्टि विग जो कि दिल्ली से पार्टिसिपेट कर रही हैं। बहुत ही धीमी गति का उनका मूवमेंट रहा है। और थ्रो की जहाँ तक बात की जाए तो बहुत ही निम्न स्तर का ये थ्रो था। शायद फिजिकल फिटनेस में या उनके रोटेशन में कहीं कोई कमी रह गई होगी, जिसके कारण ये थ्रो ठीक से नहीं कर पाई। और अगली प्रतियोगी डिस्कस लेकर अपने सर्कल की ओर अग्रसर, वेब नंबर 216 किरणदीप कौर, जो कि पंजाब का प्रतिनिधित्व कर रही हैं। वेब नंबर 216 का ये थ्रो और सेक्टर लाइन के बाहर की ओर डिस्कस गिरती हुई और जिससे ये फाउल थ्रो की श्रेणी में। अगली प्रतियोगी वेब नंबर 212 के साथ नवजीत कौर ढिल्लों, पंजाब से। एक अच्छा प्रयास। जहाँ तक पिछले कुछ वर्षों की तरफ हम अपनी दृष्टि डालें, पंजाब और हरियाणा के खिलाड़ियों, महिला खिलाड़ियों के द्वारा डिस्कस थ्रो में अपना वर्चस्व बरकरार रखा गया है। और इस बार भी
नंबर 212 52.96 मीटर।
फिलहाल बिब नंबर 212 नवजीत कौर ढिल्लों ने जो चक्का प्रक्षेपण किया, काफ़ी अच्छा पंजाब की तरफ से प्रदर्शन वे पिछले कुछ वर्षों से निरंतर अपना जारी रखे हुए हैं। और एक बार फिर बिब नंबर 256 सीमा पुनिया का ये चक्का प्रक्षेपण और काफ़ी अच्छा थ्रो था, परंतु फाउल कर बैठे। लगातार 4 दिन तक इस प्रतियोगिता का आयोजन यहाँ NIS सेंटर पटियाला में आयोजित किया जा रहा है। खूबसूरत माहौल, खूबसूरत मौसम और बहुत ही अच्छा यहाँ का एथलेटिक एरिना। बिब नंबर 294 तैयार हैं अपने प्रदर्शन के लिए। झूमा बसु जो कि आंध्र प्रदेश से पार्टिसिपेट कर रही हैं। काफ़ी अच्छी फ्लाइट ली थी डिस्क ने, परंतु दूरी ज़्यादा तय नहीं कर पाई। और देखना है कितना डिस्टेंस इन्होंने कवर किया है। जहाँ तक पटियाला के मौसम की बात की जाए, एथलीट्स के परफॉर्मेंस के अनुरूप यहाँ का अनुकूल माहौल है, अनुकूल वातावरण है, अनुकूल मौसम है और निश्चित रूप से सभी एथलीट्स का प्रदर्शन यहाँ पर अच्छा रहना चाहिए, परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा रहना चाहिए, ऐसी हमारी अपेक्षाएं हैं। और बिब नंबर 145 मनीषा शर्मा, बिब नंबर 135 मनीषा शर्मा जो कि हरियाणा से यहाँ प्रतिनिधित्व कर रही हैं। .42.89 मीटर की दूरी इनके द्वारा तय की गई। आगे के हाल के लिए मैं आमंत्रित कर रहा हूं अपने साथी मिस्टर एल मित्तू को।
Thank you, Mr. Varinder Singh. And to continue for discus throw in the women's section, it was 209 who had taken her throw, Prabhati Sethi of Odisha. And that happens to be a throw of 42.19 meters. And it is going to be bib number 147, JS Priyanka of Karnataka, who is about to take. and her previous throw happens to be 41.92 meters, and of course that was not a good throw, not reaching a longer distance when compared to her previous throws. And it will be Shrishti Vig of Delhi, who had earlier registered 37.51 meters. Not a very big throw.
वो सरदार जी कहाँ हैं? ढूंढ उन्हें, और उसके संग आदमी होंगे कहाँ हैं? अभी भी गलत लगाया, 2 मिनट। पानी सामने तो रखा है टेबल पे। अच्छा वो टेबल से तुम्हारी गलती है, 100 रुपये फाइन है। बोलो ना सर, आप 400 मीटर फाइनल बोल रहे हैं, नॉट फॉर फाइनल, सेमीफाइनल।
And it was Gurveer Kaur of Punjab.
वुमेन की फाइनल है, सीनियर मेन की अभी पढ़ो।
देखिए क्या लिखा है, मेन फाइनल एज पर शेड्यूल, वुमेन लिखा है फाइनल एज पर शेड्यूल, बस
गलत है, मेन की सेमीफाइनल होने जा रही है।
And it is going to be 2-1 to Navjeet Kaur Dilan of Punjab, who is about to take a throw. That was a good release.
शेड्यूल का मतलब अभी है 3:45 में। थोड़ी सी अकल लगाओ ना।
हम क्यों लगाएं, हमें जो लिखा है हम केवल उसी को पढ़ेंगे, हमें ये निर्देश है। इसमें सेमीफाइनल कहाँ लिखा है आप ये बता दीजिए।
गलत लिखा है। आराम से नितिन को बताइए। The meat is becoming dead here. Why can't you get some results etc.
सर कोई रिजल्ट्स नहीं आ रहे हैं, हम लोग मांग के थके हैं, कोई रिजल्ट्स नहीं आ रहे हैं, कोई रिजल्ट है नहीं। वो कहते हैं हमको आदमी दो, कहाँ से मैं लोकल यहाँ से कहाँ से आदमी दूंगा।
And it is going to be bib number 256, Seema Poonia of Uttar Pradesh, who is about to take a trial.
We should know how many rounds they have gone, what is the result, who is leading.
And
If they are not sending, we have to go over them.
I'm giving running commentary for the live stream
Okay.
for the website.
But the public don't know anything what they are doing. Nobody knows.
ट्रैक शुरू हो गया, वो केबल हटानी पड़ेगी।
And that happens to be a 51.05 throw by Seema Poonia. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with discus got over, we now take you over to the start line of 400 meters to present you the semi-finalists in the men's section. We have 3 rounds of semi-finals in the men's section, as we had 7 heats. We'll be witnessing 3 rounds of semi-final. And as we are about to take up the semi-final round 1, The national record for the event 400 meters in the men's section stands in the name of Muhammad Anas with 45.32 seconds, while the meet record stands in the name of Arogya Rajiv. And the qualifying mark for the ensuing Commonwealth Games, it is 45.30 seconds. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you see, bib number 661 in lane number 1 walking down, and that is Akash Perumal of Tamil Nadu. And as you see in lane number 2, who is walking back with bib number 748, it is Anu Kumar of Uttarakhand. And in lane number 3, with bib number 644, it is Darun Ayasami of Tamil Nadu. He will have to. He will have to, sir. Yeah. This is for live telecast streaming.
We are not bothered about live. We are also bothered about.
आप सभी जानकारी के लिए ट्रैक पर हम अपनी प्रतियोगिता प्रारंभ करने जा रहे हैं 400 मीटर मैन के सेमीफाइनल.
And as you witness now, it is bib number 661. In lane number 1, Akash Perumal of Tamil Nadu. In lane number 2, 748, Anu Kumar of Uttarakhand. Lane number 3, 644, Darun Ayasami of Tamil Nadu.
748, Anu Kumar, Uttarakhand. 644, Darun Ayasami, Tamil Nadu.
In lane number 4, it is 351, Amod Jacob of Delhi. In lane number 5, 757, Kundu Mohammed of Kerala. In 6, 445, Ravinder of Haryana. 7501, Jitu Baby of Kerala. And in lane number 8, Ashibdeep Singh Vark with bib number 616 from Punjab.
What is the starting time?
45.
45? Hello. 45 you.
45. And that is going to be the first round of semi-final in the men's section. As we see over there, all 8 lanes are filled with athletes. And that was the start of the first round of semi-final of 400 meters for men. And the athletes from the inside lane are about to catch up the athlete who is at the outside. As they execute the home stretch. And that appears to be 757 who was comfortable on top to finish. That is Kundu Mohammed of Kerala Well, ladies and gentlemen, the results were being announced right on finish of the event. Is as it appears to be from this point. Anyhow, we'll have to wait for the official results. And as of now, it was Kunnu Mohammed of Kerala with bib number 757 who was so comfortable in keeping the other athletes beside him. And as we are about to take up the second round, and the result is being displayed in the digital board, it is Kunnu Muhammad of Kerala with 46.89 seconds, Amod Jacob of Delhi for the second spot with 47.04 seconds. And for the third spot, we have Ravinder from Haryana with 47.07 seconds. And of course, out of these 3 rounds of semi-finals, the top 2 winners from every round and the top 2 losers among the heats, that is among the rounds, will be qualifying for the final. And that is 523 MP Jabir of Kerala, who is now being focused, who is about to take his 400 meters second round of semi-final. And as you could see, 410 in lane number 1, that is Praveen Bura of Haryana. And the athlete with 439 who is checking his blocks in lane number 2 is Pankaj Malik of Haryana. And that is going to be the second round of semi-final in the men's section for 400 meters. Amod Jacob, who finished second in the previous round, had clocked a timing of 47.04 seconds. It says that he had bettered than his previous meet, that is 5 days back. He got the 4th place with 47.34 seconds, and now he had improved with 47.04 seconds.
CWT qualifying mark, and therefore the 59.00 meters, and she achieved this with a distance of 61.05 meters, and also she created a new meet record. The second place, Navjeet Kaur from Punjab, 57.75 meters. Third, Kirandeep Kaur, again from Punjab, 46.08 meters. And fourth, Priyanka Jain, Karnataka, 44.21 meters.
Introduction. Second semi-final. Lane number 7 is back end. सबकी घड़ियों में
We are going to start the 400 meters second heat of the semi-final of the men's section.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we take you over to the start line of 400 meters, we'll be presenting you the second round of 400 meters, and that is Praveen Bora of Haryana in lane number 1. In lane number 2, it is Pankaj Malik of Haryana. In lane number 3, 651, it is Mohan Kumar of Tamil Nadu. In lane number 4, 486, Nagaraj Kudubavi of Karnataka. In lane number 5, 667, Aurigi Rajiv of Tamil Nadu. In lane number 6, 768, KS Jeevan of Karnataka. And in lane number 8, 523, MP Jabir of Kerala.
Number 5, stand up please. On your mark.
And that is going to be the second round of 400 meters for the semi-final in the men's section. The top 2 athletes will be qualifying for the final along with the 2 best losers among the 3 rounds of 400 meters.
सारे एक्टिव हो गया हूँ.
And that was the start of the second round of 400 meters for men.
For the men's 400 meters semi-final. पुरुषों के 400 मीटर दौड़ के सेमीफाइनल की दूसरी गेम आपके सामने आयोजित होती है.
And in lane number 4, Nagaraj Kudubavi of Karnataka is moving. As they execute the curve, they are entering the home stretch now. It appears to be 667 Aurigi Rajiv who is in the lead.
Number 667.
Yeah, that happens to be Aurigi Rajiv of Tamil Nadu, who was so comfortable in finishing on top. Aurigi Rajiv gets the first place with 47.34 seconds. And second happens to be Nagaraj Kudubavi with 47.51 seconds, and third one is Jeevan of Karnataka with 47.59 seconds.
And at the third place, Pankaj from Haryana, 47.92 seconds.
When compared with the previous round of semi-final, this happens to be a slow one.
48.10 seconds.
In the first round of 400 meters semi-final, it was Kunnu Mohammed of Kerala who had clocked a timing of 46.89 seconds. And the second place, Amod Jacob of Delhi, he had clocked a timing of 47.04 seconds. And in this second round, this happens to be 47.34. Whereas in the first round of semi-final, even the third place winner Jitu Baby had clocked, not Jitu Baby, it is Ravinder of Haryana who had clocked 47.07 seconds. So it clearly says that the first round of semi-final was the fastest one, with all the 3 having a better timing than the top finisher of this second round of semi-final, that is Aurigi Rajiv. And as far as the timing is concerned, all the first three from the first round happens to be in the high scale, while even the first place winner of the second round of 400 meters is with 47.51 seconds, who is 47.34 seconds, that is Arugiraju, who is at the fourth spot as of now.
ट्रैक पर अगली प्रतियोगिता 400 मीटर दौड़ पुरुष वर्ग के सेमीफाइनल तीसरी आयोजित
And as far as the third round is concerned, we have Sumit Kumar, bib number 680, who is from Uttar Pradesh, who happens to be the silver medal winner in the recently concluded Indian Grand Prix, with a timing of 47.02 seconds for the second spot. And Harsh Kumar of Haryana is also in this heat with bib number 428, who had finished with bronze with a timing of 47.26 seconds. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take you over to the start line of 400 meters to present you the men competitors for the third round of semi-final. In lane number 1, it is 502 Rahul Baby of Kerala. Lane number 2, 428 Harsh Kumar of Haryana. Lane number 3, 529 V Sajin of Kerala. Lane number 4, 498 Muhammad Anas of Kerala. Lane number 5, 680 Sumit Kumar of Uttar Pradesh. Lane number 6, 386 Gaurav of Haryana. Lane number 7, 535 Natwar Singh of Madhya Pradesh. And as far as the previous heat is concerned, K.S. Jeevan of Karnataka, who finished first place in the Indian Grand Prix, got only the third place. And now we are about to take up the third round of semi-final of 400 meters in the men's section, wherein we have the second place winner of Indian Grand Prix, Mr. Sunit Kumar of Uttar Pradesh, and the third place winner from Haryana, Harsh Kumar. Both these athletes are figuring in this third round of 400 meters semi-final for men. And that was the start of 400 meter semi-final round 3. And Muhammad Danaz of Kerala is able to push up, and he is gaining a very good lead over there as they go for the second curve. And that is Muhammad Danaz, who is comfortably ahead of others. And that is Muhammad Danaz, who had comfortably finished. with 400 meters. And that happens to be 46.06, 47.07 for the second place, and 47.59 for the third place. Sumit Kumar is at the second place. Mohammad Anaz got the first place, and Harsh Kumar got the third place. And when we compare all the heats, this happens to be the fastest among all the 3 rounds of 400 meters, with Muhammad Anaz of Kerala clocking a timing of 46.06 seconds. Sumit Kumar of Uttar Pradesh clocking 47.07 seconds, and Harsh Kumar of Haryana clocking 47.59 seconds. 46.06 happens to be on top of all the heats, and as far as 47.07 seconds in this happens to be just behind the Kunnu Mohammed, the first place winner of the first round, with 46.89 seconds. And there is a pole vault arena which is now being focused.
So you call the winners here only?
There is another announcer. This is a live telecast. And that is the pole vault arena which is being now focused. As far as pole vault is concerned, 15 competitors are in the fray. Quite naturally, it will be moving on for a long time. That is even around 3 hours. The pole vaulters are now preparing for their further jumps. Almost 1 hour back, the pole vault even got to the start. The national record as far as the pole vault in the men's section, it stands in the name of S. Siva with 5.14 meters. The meet record too stands in his name with 5.14 meters, both set in the year 2017. And the qualifying mark for the ensuing Commonwealth Games to be held at Gold Coast, Australia, it will be 5.45 meters.
High jump.
Discus women की विजेता खिलाड़ी उत्तर प्रदेश की सीमा पुनिया, पंजाब की नवजीत कौर ढिंडों तथा किरणदीप कौर अब तत्काल मुख्यमंत्री के नजदीक आ जाएं। The men athletes, those who have qualified for the 400 meter final are team number 644, Varun Ayaswamy of Tamil Nadu, 445, Ravinder of Haryana, 351, Amod Jacob, Delhi, 498, Muhammad Anaz Bhai, Kerala, 757, Kunnu Muhammad, Kerala, 667.
And there is the pole vault arena where we could see the athletes are preparing for their next level of jumps.
उत्तर प्रदेश की सीमा पुनिया तथा पंजाब की नवजीत कौर ढिल्लों तथा किरणदीप कौर आप तत्काल मुख्य मंच के नजदीक आ जाएं ताकि पदक वितरण का कार्यक्रम आयोजित किया जा सके। The winners of the discus for women, सीमा पुनिया of Uttar Pradesh, Navjeet Kaur Dhillon and Kirandeep Kaur of Punjab, you are requested to report immediately near the main dais for the medal ceremony.
As far as the concluded 400 meters, which was quite interesting, as the heat after the round after round, it was getting improved. We will now be presenting you the list of athletes who all got qualified. 644 Darun Ayasami of Tamil Nadu, 445 Ravinder of Haryana, 351 Amud Jacob of Delhi, 498 Anas Muhammad of Kerala, 757 Kundu Muhammad of Kerala, 667 Arogya Rajiv of Tamil Nadu, 680 Sumit Kumar of Uttar Pradesh, 486 Nagaraj Kudubavi of Karnataka. These are the athletes, those who got qualified. And if we could look at the results of 400 meters, it will be quite interesting. Kundu Muhammad, who finished with 46.89 seconds, is at 5th lane. And the second place winner, Amud Jacob of Delhi, who finished with 47.04 seconds, is in lane number 3. And as far as the second round of 400 meters concerned, Arogya Rajiv, who finished with 47.34 seconds, is in lane number 6. And the person who finished second with 47.51 seconds, Nagaraj Kudubavi, is at lane number 8. And as far as the third heat is concerned, Mohammad Danas, who finished with 46.06 seconds, is at lane number 4. Sumit Kumar of Uttar Pradesh, who finished second in the third round, happens to be in lane number 7 for the final. Darun Ayasami, who came out from heat number 1, is placed in lane number 1. Ravinder, who finished third place in the first heat with 47.07 seconds, is placed at lane number 2. And now we are being taken over to the high jump arena. And there is going to be 461 to take the jump now. And there is the event high jump which is in progress for the decathlon athletes in the men's section. Madhur Singh of Haryana had taken this jump now, was able to clear the height. And the next decathlete who is about to
नहीं ठीक 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 बिल्कुल हाँ विक्ट्री सर में
मेडल वाली लड़कियां तो है ही नहीं, ट्रे कौन लेके जाएगा?
as Madhur Singh of Haryana was not able to clear. He came for his second attempt, in which too he was not able to succeed.
सर
मैं हटा रहा हूँ
And that is the high jump arena where they are shifting the crossbar to the new height and it is being measured.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the discus throw ribbon will now take place. Our guest performer, Honorable Mr. Mehul Singh Bhuller, the former DC of Punjab Police and the Chief Guest of the 22nd Federation Cup National Senior Athletics Championship 2018 will distribute the medals, and he will be accompanied by Honorable Mr. Sunny Joseph, the Vice President of Athletics Federation of India, and Mr. Satish Singh Atwal, the President of Punjab Athletics Association.
तो भी तो वही काटेगा अवार्ड सेरेमनी, तो मैं भी उनके लिए
Yeah. And there was a failure there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we take you to the middle presentation area, wherein the day's chief guest, former Director General of Police, Mr. Mehul Singh Bhuller, is being accompanied for medal presentation, and that is Kirandeep Kaur of Punjab getting the bronze medal for a performance of 46.08 meters. And that is Navjeet Kaur Dillon of Punjab, who is getting the silver with a clearance of 57.75 meters.
The gold medal
And there is Seema Punia of Uttar Pradesh, who is getting the gold medal, had created a new meet record and also got qualified for the Commonwealth Games with a performance of 61.05 meters. And that is the day's chief guest, Meher Singh Bular, former Director General of Police, who happens to be the chief guest of today's function, has awarded the medals, and he is being accompanied by the President of Delhi Athletics Association, Mr. Sunny Joshua. And here Seema Punia, the gold medal winner who is from Uttar Pradesh, had not only created a new meet record but also getting qualified for the ensuing Commonwealth Games to be held at Gold Coast, Australia next month. And that is really glittering Seema Punia, who had got qualified for the Commonwealth Games. And now the glimpses of pole vault are being shown. And our chief guest, Mr. Meher Singh Bular, former Director General of Police, is being accompanied as he is moving out after inaugurating. He is being accompanied by Mr. Sunny Joshua, President of Delhi Athletics Association, and the Chief Coach of Indian Athletics, Mr. Bahadur Singh, along with the former coach, Mr. J. Saini. And ladies and gentlemen, as you all may be aware, this happens to be the final chance which will provide the athletes for getting qualified to take a berth in the Indian team for the ensuing Commonwealth Games to be held at Gold Coast, Australia next month. That is in April 2018. And this happens to be a very sensitive meet. This happens after a gap of 5 days. Just 5 days prior, it was the Indian Grand Prix 1, which had been taken up in this same venue.
Sorry?
You can put a mic there when she is speaking now.
The cameraman is there.
Oh, where is the mic?
अरे बाइक कहाँ है नवीन बाइक कहाँ है बाइक दो
And there you could see
अशोक
some of the warm jumps
अरे अशोक
in pole vault arena by the athletes.
बाइक ले ली कहाँ जाते हो हाँ बाइक ले गया अरे उसके पास है ना तारा के पास
And there is bib number 663, Krishna Prasad of Tamil Nadu, who is now in the frame for the even pole vault. And now in the frame you could see Seema Punia.
हम दो लोगों ने क्वालिफाई किया मेरे से जूनियर है और इसके लिए मुझे बहुत खुशी है क्योंकि शायद मेरा लास्ट गेम्स हो लेकिन इसने जो किया है वो बहुत अच्छा है आगे और थ्रो रहेंगे
इस साल कॉमनवेल्थ एशियन गेम्स है तो अब आपने क्वालिफाई कर लिया तो उसके लिए क्या आपके
नहीं बस एक ही टारगेट रहेगा कि जो थ्रो यहाँ पे लगाए उससे अच्छा थ्रो लगाए हम लोग और गेम्स में मेडल आए। कोई भी मेडल मेरे लिए तो सौगात है, क्योंकि मेरा 4th कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स है और टोक्यो तक मेरी तैयारी रहेगी। और उसमें अगर मेडल आता है तो तब मैं डिस्कस को छोड़ सकती हूँ, वरना मुश्किल है डिस्कस छोड़ना।
डिस्कस थ्रो में इंजरीज के ज़्यादा चांसेस होते हैं, तो आप इंजरीज से कैसे बचेंगे? कॉमनवेल्थ के बाद एक एशियन गेम्स है और आपका सफर 2020 तक जाने के लिए।
देखिए, डॉक्टर्स हैं अभी हमारे पास अच्छे, तो वो लोग हम लोगों को रिहैब के लिए अच्छा देते हैं। लेकिन इंजरी से आप ये बोलो कि हम बिल्कुल बच जाएं, वो नहीं हो सकता, क्योंकि लिफ्टिंग हैवी करनी पड़ती है, फिर थ्रो ज़्यादा होती है, हैवी भी, तो इंजरी तो आएंगे आपको, लेकिन आपको खुद ही बच के रहना पड़ता थोड़ा सा।
फ्यूचर पे क्या टारगेट है?
10-20 तक मेरा टारगेट है। देखो, मेरे पास कॉमनवेल्थ का 3 मेडल हैं। ये मेडल और आएगा तो मेरे लिए बहुत अच्छी बात है, बूस्टअप होगी मैं 20 के लिए, लेकिन वो टोक्यो मेरे माइंड में है।
सीमा, आपने 2004 में 64 प्लस किया
जी,
उसके बाद आपने वो टच नहीं किया अपना परफॉर्मेंस, तो अभी फ्यूचर में कोई चांस है?
देखो, अगर हम ट्रेनिंग करेंगे तो चांस ही चांस है, और ट्रेनिंग नहीं करेंगे तो कोई चांस नहीं है।
आपका तो ट्रेनिंग तो ठीक चल रहा है, वो 10 ईयर्स हो गए, मोर देन 10 ईयर्स
नहीं, शायद आप खाली वो 10 ईयर देख रहे हैं, वो नहीं देख रहे कि वो मैं 8 महीने इंजरी में रहती थी, हॉस्पिटल में एडमिट रहती थी, वो नहीं देख पा रहे आप शायद, क्योंकि हम लोग क्रिकेटर नहीं है जो आप लोग हमें फॉलो करोगे ज़्यादा। वो इंजरी का दौर आप नहीं देखते हम लोगों का।
आप ये कह नहीं सकते कि जितने जर्नल से तो फॉलो करते हैं आप।
तो सर, आप कभी भी मेरा आईडी नंबर है, बॉम्बे हॉस्पिटल में जाके देख सकते हो कितनी बार मैं वहाँ साल में विजिट करती हूँ, और अपने पैसों से।
मोर इंजरी प्रोन इस करके आप वो मार्क
नहीं हो पा रहा, और लेकिन मुझे अब ऐसा लगता है कि आने वाले टाइम में मैं अपना नेशनल रिकॉर्ड ब्रेक करूँगी, जो 6484 मीटर्स है।
आप काफ़ी कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स खेल चुके हैं, नवजीत का पहला कॉमनवेल्थ है। कितना डिफ़िकल्ट कितना हाई एक्सपेक्टेशन है अपने पे कॉमनवेल्थ खेलने के लिए?
मतलब मेरे लिए तो इंस्पिरेशन है, जैसे सीमा दीदी हैं और ये मेरे साथ जा रही हैं, मुझे बहुत बूस्टअप मिलेगा और हमें बूस्टअप भी करती है मेरे लिए, तो इट्स एन इंस्पिरेशन। तो मैं काफ़ी कॉन्फिडेंट हूँ, तो बहुत कुछ सीखने को भी मिलेगा, इनके साथ ट्रेनिंग करने के लिए मिलेगा। तो मैं बहुत एक्साइटेड हूँ, क्योंकि मेरे पहले गेम्स हैं, तो मैं एक्सपेक्ट करती हूँ कि मैं काफ़ी अच्छा करूँ और मैं मेडल ज़रूर जीतूँ वहाँ पे।
कम लेवल किंग आ रहा था यार इसमें, हाँ लेवल कम आ रहा था, मैं खोल दिया तब भी कम आ रहा था, ऑन है क्या?
हेलो हेलो हेलो, देखना लेवल, हेलो 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 हेलो.
Showing a progressive, even though 1 or 2 throws in between she had a decline and also a foul. And now we are being focused to the pole vault arena, when the men competitors are taking up their trials. Yes, there's.
वीरेंद्र ये पीछे है उस ਇੱਥੇ ਹੈਗਾ जी.
Here's that.
ले लो भाई, फिर मत कहना रह गए.
And there is a pole vault arena.
अच्छा बैठोगे? ये ले लो, मालसन को दे दो. एक डब्बा एक ही निकल ही दे. ये लो, मेरी ले लो. नहीं नहीं, आप भी तो ले लो.
While the pole vault event is in progress for the men competitors, we have hammer throw for women to be taken up this evening, and also two more events are on track, which will be 5,000 meters for women to be followed by 5,000 meters for men. And there we are now being taken over to the high jump arena, wherein the decathlon athletes are taking up their high jump. And of course, as soon as this gets over, we'll be having the finals of high jump for women.
शहद की मच्छी पकड़ोगे क्या? अभी वही नहीं पी गई.
And that is the high jump arena wherein 665 R. Suren of Tamil Nadu, who happens to be one-time medal winner for the event decathlon at Bangalore just 2 editions back. Suren was not able to clear the height.
मैं रोज आता रहता हूँ, मुझे सारे जानते हैं. शाम को क्या लिखता अभी तो लेट करते आए घी की सब्जी से.
And that is going to be R. Suren of Tamil Nadu, who is about to take his next attempt for the height, getting himself cheered up. And that was a good clearance by R. Suren. In a second attempt, he was able to clear that height.
यंग बच्चा कौन है? ओए यंग बच्चा कौन है? ओए मांझू कैठी का? सारा और का? खानी है? फ्रूटी पीनी है? चलो जो फ्रूटी पिएगा उसके पेट में कीड़े हो जाएंगे. पढ़ लो क्या लिखा है.
And that is Suren putting up his upper. Having cleared in his second attempt, is getting ready for the next height.
ना आजकल हर स्कूलों में मैं गया तो वहाँ हर महीने में एक बार ही देती है पेट के कीड़े मारने वाले. हाँ. उसके बाद हम आगे खाओ सकते हैं.
सुन सुन इधर अबे यहाँ नहीं इसके पीछे मैं तो अभी से किनारे आपकी बेइज्जती कराना. कल शाम में मीटिंग बुलाया, किसी ने कोई आया मैंने हम लोग बहुत बिजी हैं. राशन गुस्सा कर रहा है मेरे ऊपर. आई कैन ओनली टेल देम, आई कैन नॉट फोर्स देम. मैं पकड़ पकड़ थोड़ी आ सकता.
And the crossbar for the next height for the decathlon athletes is being measured.
What is that height?
And that is going to be 572 Amalok Singh of Punjab, who is about to take his turn. He was not able to clear that height.
फोटो भी देते हैं कभी नहीं, हमारी फोटो देते हैं नहीं, स्टार देते हैं, बोला सुशील
And that happens to be Suren of Tamil Nadu, who is about to take his turn. He was able to clear this height in this first attempt itself, whereas he had taken 2 chances in the previous height, and he was comfortable. Even though he had touched the bar, he was able to clear it comfortably. And that happens to be 572 Amalok Singh of Punjab, who is on his second attempt, and he was able to clear that very peacefully. And the new height of the crossbar at high jump arena happens to be 1.95 meters. Decathlon athletes are taking their trials, and it appears to be there are only 2 more athletes to go far.
High jump का हो गया, high jump, women high jump.
नहीं, not yet started. Not yet started.
Women high jump का क्या हुआ?
तो ज्वाइन करने के बाद भूल ही गया सर को। ठीक हो? आवाज कुछ ठीक है? बस ठीक है, अच्छा है। जब इंटरव्यू देने जाना था पैनिक हो गई तो कोई नहीं। सेट है ना? सर तो रिटायर्ड हो गए। वो आने नहीं देते थे किसको? वो सर पहले आने नहीं देते थे। हाँ जी। जयपाल। हाँ जी, वो गए तब आप 2 आ गए सर। हाँ जी सर। वो पढ़े। हाँ जी वैसे रोड वगैरह पे आए। लोगों के 2 भाई पैसे लेते हैं।
At the high jump arena, the height of the crossbar happens to be 1.95, and the athlete was successful, and that happens to be 572 Amalok Singh of Punjab, who was able to clear in his very first attempt. And that happens to be Suren of Tamil Nadu, who is taking his trial. He was not able to clear that height of 1.95. As far as the earlier height was concerned, it was Suren who was so comfortable in clearing in the first attempt, and Amalok Singh of Punjab had taken 2 attempts. And now it is otherwise. Amalok Singh was able to clear the height of 1.95 in his very first attempt, whereas R. Suren of Tamil Nadu was not able to clear, and he will have to take his second attempt in a short while.
At the left side of the arena,
The 2 athletes who remain in the event high jump for decathlon athletes. Amalok Singh, who had cleared 1.95, and that is 665 R. Suren of Tamil Nadu, who is about to take his second attempt as he failed in his first attempt of clearing 1.95 meters. Oh, he was not able to succeed in that. Even though he rised up very well, he was not able to be above the bar totally. Just he landed on the bar. He could have sailed across so that he could have cleared.
Qualifying athletes in the heats. Semi-finals are there. The first 2 will be qualified, and the 2 best losers will be taken. At that time, they stopped us. No need of.
That is very unfair. I don't think all these things they used to say.
Now they are saying, but we announced that.
सर आपका टेबल लग गया सर? हैं? आपका टेबल लग गया?
कुछ नहीं है टेबल भाई साहब.
And that is the high jump arena, where the crossbar remains at 1.95, with Amalok Singh of Punjab succeeded in clearing that. And there is going to be 665 Suren of Tamil Nadu, who is about to take. Even though he had traveled a little bit towards the bit, he was not able to clear that. And as only one athlete remains, that is 572 Amalok Singh of Punjab, the height of the crossbar is being raised to the new height.
Now we'll have to know the new height. That Amalok Singh is there, no? 572 only. It will be 5 centimeters. No, now it will be less. 2 or 3.
And there is a section of spectators who is just behind the high jump arena, behind the fence. And the new height at the high jump arena happens to be 1.98 meters for the lone athlete Amalok Singh of Punjab. Amalok Singh of Punjab is very much prepared to take up his new height of 1.98 meters. He was so comfortable. He was so comfortable in his very first attempt.
I must draw your attention towards the right hand side of the arena where the high jump Decathlon is in progress, and the height of the bar is 1.98 meters, and dip number 572 Amalok Singh of Punjab is going to attempt that height.
And a new height is being measured for Amalok Singh of Punjab.
यहाँ पर पुरुषों के डिकाथलॉन की हाई जंप प्रतियोगिता आयोजित की जा रही है। फिलहाल बार की हाइट 1.98 मीटर है तथा इस ऊंचाई को पार करने के लिए पंजाब के टीम नंबर 572 अमोलक सिंह प्रयासरत है।
The correctness of the height is being measured again. And the new height of the crossbar at high jump arena for decathlon athletes is 2.01 meters. And that is Amalok Singh with bib number 572, who is from Punjab, is about to take his 2.01 meters. As he moves on, he was not able to succeed in clearing this height 2.01 meters. Anyhow, when compared with the previous jumps of his, he'll be able to clear only, we suppose. And that is going to be Amalok Singh of Punjab, who is about to take his attempt 2. In attempt 2 also he was not able to succeed, and that happens to be the height of 2.01 meters. The lone athlete in the high jump arena for decathlon is Amalok Singh, who is about to take up his third attempt for the clearance of 2.01 meters. As he moves on, he was comfortable even though he had a little touch of the crossbar. He was able to clear 2.01 meters in his third attempt. And as he's prepared to continue, they're moving on for the new height at the high jump arena.
कभी जीवन में मिलेगा वो गाड़ी के पीछे से शॉट मिलेगा।
The new height is being measured. After ensuring the correctness of the middle height, it is being taken over on either sides. And the new height of the crossbar is 2.04. The lone athlete Amalok Singh of Punjab is about to take up his trials. As you all may be aware, this happens to be the fourth event for the decathlon athletes. Decathlon athletes start with 100 meters. Then as the second event they take up long jump. And as the third event they have taken up shot put. All these three happened in the morning session of today. And the fourth one, which happens to be the first in the afternoon session, is the high jump. And that is which is in progress. And after this they will have to move on to the fifth event, which will be 400 meters for today. With 5 events got over today, they will be taking up another 5 events tomorrow. And this happens to be the fourth event for the opening day. .04 is the height of the crossbar, and that is Amalok Singh, who was not able to succeed in clearing that. For the height of 2.04 meters in the high jump for decathlon athletes, bib number 572, Amalok Singh of Punjab, having lost his first attempt, is about to take up his second one. He moves on. Not so comfortable. He was not able to clear that in his second attempt too. as the third attempt is to be taken up by Amalok Singh of Punjab. For the clearance of 2.04 meters, we could find around the women high jumpers are getting warmed up as they will be taking up their event as soon as the decathlon high jump gets over. And there it's Amalok Singh who is moving on. He was not able to clear in his third attempt too. And that is the close of the event high jump for decathlon athletes. And in a short while, the event high jump for women will be taken up. And at present, in the field, the event which is in progress is pole vault for men. And in a short time from now, the hammer throw final for women will be taken up by 5:45. The event 5,000 meters for women final, which will be followed by the final of 5,000 meters for men final, which will be around 6:10. And in the meantime, in a short while, the event high jump for women will be taken up.
We are going to the hammer now.
Are you going to hammer now? Yeah.
Going to start now.
Okay, then fine. It's better to cover this.
लेट का होगा मैडम कोई बात नहीं 4:45 पे है उससे पहले कभी भी करा देंगे.
And that is the pole vault arena where we are being focused now. And you could see 512 KG Jazan of Kerala, who is preparing himself to take his trial. As he moves on, he was not able to clear that height. And it is going to be bib number 709, Pradyuman Narbar of Uttar Pradesh, who is about to take his trial. Pradyuman Narbar of Uttar Pradesh was not able to clear. And that is going to be bib number 762, Kumar Parveen of Haryana, who is about to take up his attempt. Oh, that was a good jump he was able to clear. And that happens to be Kumar Parveen of Haryana who cleared the height. The next athlete to take the trial is 448, Geetesh Saini of Haryana.
दैया से रिजल्ट भी लिया दिवेश जी इस साइड गए अभी वो खड़े सामने यहीं से चले जाओ पहला आदमी जो खड़ा है
Discus throw has started. Hammer. Sir, hammer throw. Ready, sir. And there is the hammer throw arena, wherein the women competitors are vying for honors. And the next trial is going to be for 254 Ritu Diman of Uttar Pradesh. She had cleared a distance of 54.16 meters. And it is going to be 214 Anmol Kaur of Punjab who is about to take her first trial. And of course seems to be a very good release around the 50. And that happens to be 45.63 meters for Anmol Kaur. And it is going to be 220 Sarabjit Kaur of Punjab. And that happens to be a throw of 53.91 meters. And it will be bib number 132. Jyoti Rana of Haryana is seen in action now for the first trial.
आप सभी की जानकारी के लिए फिलहाल प्रतियोगिताएं जो मैदान पर आयोजित की जा रही हैं हमारे दाहिनी ओर राइट हैंड साइड दूर चोर की तरफ विमेन हैमर थ्रो के फाइनल आयोजित किए जा रहे हैं
And that happens to be a throw of 51.02 meters.
महिलाओं की हाई जंप फाइनल प्रतियोगिता आयोजित होगी हमारे बाईं ओर लेफ्ट हैंड साइड के दूर चोर की तरफ पुरुषों के पोल वॉल्ट के फाइनल आयोजित किए जा रहे हैं
And that happened to be a no throw by Gunjan Singh of Uttar Pradesh. It will be Sarita R. Singh of Uttar Pradesh who will be taking her trial now. Oh, that was a beautiful release there by Sarita R. Singh of Uttar Pradesh. And incidentally, Sarita R. Singh happens to be the national record holder with a mark of 65.25 meters, while the meet record also stands in her name with 65.25 meters. That happens to be a throw of 60.94 meters. And that is the hammer throw arena wherein almost all the competitors have completed their first round, of which Sarita R. Singh, the national record holder, who happens to be on top so far with 60.94 meters, representing Uttar Pradesh. And as we could see, it is 111, Anita of Delhi, who is entering for her second round. Nikita of Uttar Pradesh registered 52.31 meters for her second round, while Anita of Delhi is about to take her first attempt. And that happened to be a 44.98 meters throw. And it is going to be 187. Prajakta Bhosle of Maharashtra, who will be seen for her second trial. Only climbing a height, not traveling much. She had cleared a 35.36 in her first attempt and this happens to be the second one with 43.02 meters. And that is 127 Poonam Devi of Haryana, whereas she registered 48.59 in her first attempt. .38. She had shown an improvement. The previous round it was 48.59 and now it is 49.38, and it is going to be 254. Ritu Diman had made a 54.16 in her first round, is about to take her second round. .69 meters. With 54.16 in the first attempt, it is 54.69 in the second one.
कुलदीप जी मिल गया पर्सन मांग रहा
And it will be Anmol Kaur of Punjab, who is on her way to take her second attempt. And the Rosarel is high up in the air, should be around somewhere 50. And that was a throw of 48.36 meters with 45.63 in her first attempt, and now it is 48.36 in the second one. And to continue, over to Mr. Varinder Singh.
महिलाओं की हैमर थ्रो प्रतियोगिता आपके सामने आयोजित होती हुई, और ये 22वीं सीनियर फेडरेशन कप नेशनल एथलेटिक चैंपियनशिप पटियाला के इस खूबसूरत एथलेटिक एरेना में, और ये अपना अटेम्प्ट करती हुई बिब नंबर 220 सरबजीत कौर पंजाब, जिन्होंने अपने पहले अटेम्प्ट में 53.91 मीटर की दूरी पर हैमर थ्रो फेंका था। और फिलहाल देखना है ये, परंतु ये फाउल थ्रो नहीं, 53.48 मीटर की दूरी इन्होंने तय की तार गोला फेंक में हैमर थ्रो में। अगली एथलीट 132 हरियाणा से ज्योति राणा, रोटेशन स्टार्ट करते हुए काफ़ी अच्छा प्रयास और काफ़ी अच्छा थ्रो। ज्योति राणा, जिन्होंने अपने पहले अटेम्प्ट में 51.02 मीटर की दूरी पर हैमर फेंका था, और फिलहाल उन्होंने 51.14 मीटर की दूरी पर फेंका है। दूसरे प्रयास में थोड़ी सी बढ़ोतरी, बिब नंबर 262 गुंजन सिंह उत्तर प्रदेश। काफ़ी अच्छी हाइट गेन करी थी, परंतु दूरी कुछ खास तय नहीं कर पाया ये हैमर। गुंजन सिंह का प्रयास 52.20 मीटर के फासले पर उन्होंने ये हैमर फेंका। और अगली प्रतियोगी बिब नंबर 263 सरिता आर सिंह उत्तर प्रदेश से तैयार हैमर थ्रो के लिए, जिन्होंने पहले अटेम्प्ट में 60.94 60.94 मीटर पर हैमर थ्रो किया था। और ये उनका दूसरा अटेम्प्ट, काफ़ी अच्छा थ्रो रहा उनका। और देखना है कि ये अपने पहले अटेम्प्ट में जिसमें इन्होंने 60.94 मीटर की दूरी तय की थी, इस प्रयास में वह कुछ सुधार कर पाती हैं या नहीं। — 58.57 मीटर के फासले पर उन्होंने ये हैमर थ्रो किया, जो कि उनके पहले प्रयास से काफ़ी कम रहा। इसके पश्चात फिर निकिता उत्तर प्रदेश की 249। बहुत अच्छा रोटेशन, बहुत अच्छी गति उन्होंने प्राप्त की इस रोटेशन में, लेकिन जहां तक हैमर को दूरी तय करनी चाहिए थी, उस गति के साथ थ्रो इतना अच्छा नहीं रहा। 48.90 मीटर पर उन्होंने ये अपना तीसरा अटेम्प्ट हैमर थ्रो प्रतियोगिता के अंदर। तीसरा राउंड शुरू हो चुका है महिलाओं के हैमर थ्रो प्रतियोगिता का। और ये बिब नंबर 111 अनीता, जो कि दिल्ली से हैं, हैमर थ्रो करते हुए तीसरा अटेम्प्ट उनका इस प्रतियोगिता में। दूसरे अटेम्प्ट में उन्होंने 44.98 मीटर की दूरी पर हैमर फेंका था, और इस बार उनके इस थ्रो में आंशिक बढ़ोतरी होती हुई और यह तीसरा अटेम्प्ट 46.20 मीटर की दूरी तक उनके द्वारा किया गया। और इसके पश्चात अब अगली प्रतियोगी सर्कल में बिब नंबर 187 पराजक्ता भोसले, जो कि महाराष्ट्र से हैं। जिस तरह की आप सभी को पूर्व में भी बताया गया है कि ये 22वीं सीनियर फेडरेशन कप नेशनल एथलेटिक प्रतियोगिता जो पटियाला में आयोजित की जा रही है, इस प्रतियोगिता के आधार पर कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स जो कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया में आयोजित होने हैं इसी वर्ष 2018 में, भारतीय दल का चयन इसी प्रतियोगिता के दौरान किया जाएगा। और अब ये अगली प्रतियोगी बिब नंबर 127 पूनम देवी, जो कि हरियाणा से हैं, हैमर थ्रो प्रतियोगिता का यह तीसरा राउंड। और तीसरे राउंड में देखना है पूनम देवी कितनी दूरी तक हैमर फेंकती हैं। दूसरे प्रयास में उन्होंने 49.38 मीटर की दूरी तय की थी, और अभी फ़िलहाल उनकी इसमें कमी आई है और 48.46 मीटर तीसरे अटेम्प्ट में उन्होंने थ्रो किया है। और ये अगली प्रतियोगी 254 ऋतु धीमन जो कि उत्तर प्रदेश से है। हैमर थ्रो प्रतियोगिता जहाँ तक देखा जाए एथलेटिक्स की सभी प्रतियोगिताओं में, खासकर फील्ड इवेंट्स में तकनीक का बहुत ज़्यादा प्रयोग होता है, और जहाँ जिस एथलीट के पास टेक्निक अच्छी है और वो उसमें स्ट्रांग है तो निश्चित रूप से काफ़ी अच्छा प्रदर्शन वो अपना दोहरा सकते हैं। और अब ये बिब नंबर 214 अनमोल कौर पंजाब। और अब मैं अपने साथी कमेंटेटर एल मुत्तू को अंग्रेजी की कमेंट्री के लिए आमंत्रित कर रहा हूँ। श्री एल मुत्तू।
Thank you, Mr. Varinder Singh. And to continue in the field of hammer throw, we are now at the third round in which the athletes are taking up their trials. And that happens to be 2-0 with 53.91 meters in a first attempt, 53.48 in the second. Is about to take up the third one that travels high up in the air. .40 meters, 43.40 meters, and that happens to be a decrease for her in her third attempt. And the next athlete who is about to take up the trial is 132 Jyoti Rana with 51.02 in a first attempt, 51.14 in the second. We'll have to see what is going to be in a third attempt. And that is Jyoti Rana of Haryana, who is about to take the third trial. Of course, a good throw. .51.02 in the first one, 51.14 in the second. It is 52.49 in the third one. Of course, she's showing a sign of improvement, but when compared with other athletes, it is not sufficient. And that is going to be 262 Gunjan Singh of Uttar Pradesh, who is about to take a third trial. First one happened to be no throw. The second one registered a performance of 52.00 meters, while the third also hit the cage, which was declared no throw.
We are going to conduct track events.
And with 262, 2 no throws and 52.00 meters. The next athlete to take up the trial is 263 Sarita R. Singh of Uttar Pradesh, the national record holder and the meet record holder, and who is quite comfortably ahead with 60.94 meters in a first trial. And of course that happens to be a very good throw for Sarita R. Singh with 60.94 meters in the first trial and 58.57 meters in the second trial. We'll have to wait and see what she had registered in her third trial. And for the third attempt of the national record holder, it is 63.21 meters. She had shown a very good improvement with 60.94 being the first one, 58.57 as the second one, and 63.21 in the third attempt. And as far as this competition is concerned, we could see no threat so far for Sarita R. Singh. the national record holder, who is also the meet record holder. As 3 throws got over, the officials over there will be working out for the top athletes to take 3 more trials, which will be in the descending order. The top performer will be placed at the last, and the performer with a lesser distance will be placed first. It will be in this category, moving from lesser distance to higher distance, and that will be the order which will be given for the final 3 throws. And there is a view just through the cage. And that is being focused right from the landing area through the cage, where you could see the spectators moving around just behind the railings. As the seating is being worked out, we now take you over to the track as we will be witnessing the 400 meters for men decathlon athletes. And this happens to be the 5th event for them on day 1, with the 100 meters which got started this morning, being followed by long jump and shot put in the morning session. And for the afternoon session, it was high jump. And now we are about to take up the 5th event, which will be the last for today, which will be 400 meters. And the event will be continued tomorrow with 5 more to go. Happens to be Amalok Singh of Punjab, who was able to clear 2.01 meters in high jump, which got over just before. And that is 604. Navjot Singh of Punjab, who is checking his steps for the blocks. And just behind you can see 649, Krishna Kumar of Tamil Nadu, who is setting right his blocks.
Find out the height of the pole vault.
And for this 400 meters for men decathlon athletes, .575, Angraj Singh of Punjab will be in lane number 1. In lane number 3 it is 573. 572, Amalok Singh of Punjab. In lane number 4 it is 665, R. Suren of Tamil Nadu. In lane number 5, 474, Chiranjeevi of Karnataka. In lane number 6, 649, Krishna Kumar of Tamil Nadu. In lane number 7, it is 604, Navjot Singh of Punjab. In lane number 2, it is 461, Madhur Singh of Haryana. the decathlon athletes having finished 4 of their events. They are taking up the 5th and the last event for day 1. And that was the start of 400 meters for men decathlon athletes. And they are now executing the second bend. And that happens to be R. Suren, who is very powerfully ahead as they enter the home stretch. It is Suren who is being closely followed by Mr. Amalok Singh. And of course, at the finish, it happens to be Amalok Singh on top, leaving Suren of Tamil Nadu to the second spot.
Decathlon is in progress. And I must draw your attention towards the left-hand side.
And that is Amalok Singh of Punjab had performed 51.13 seconds. R. Suren of Tamil Nadu for the second spot with 51.50 seconds. Navjor of Punjab for the third spot with 52.90 seconds. Chiranjeevi of Karnataka in the fifth spot with 53.39 seconds. 649. Krishna Kumar of Tamil Nadu in the sixth spot with 53.51 seconds. 575 Angaraj of Punjab in the seventh spot. And as you all may be aware, the points will be calculated according to the performance of the athletes. And in a short time from now, we are about to take up the second heat of 400 meters for decathlon athletes. You can announce. 400 also. Yeah. 400 I haven't announced. Semi-final is over. Only final you will have to announce. Well, ladies and gentlemen, taking you over to the start line of 400 meters, we will be presenting you the decathlon athletes in the men's section. In lane number 2, we have 800 Mohit Saini of Haryana. In lane number 3, 433 Pradeep Kumar of Haryana. In lane number 4, 436 Sunil Kumar of Haryana. In lane number 5, 574 Amritpal Singh of Punjab. In lane number 6, 394 Rohit of Haryana. And that happens to be the start of 400 meters for decathlon athletes.
नहीं भाई, 2 बड़ी मुश्किल से बनाई हैं। ये डाकू फाकू थे। अब 5000 करेंगे।
And that is 394 who is comfortably ahead. Rohit of Haryana. And of course we have Pradeep Kumar of Haryana moving closely to him. And he is being followed by Sunil Kumar of Haryana as they enter the home stretch. The race is getting heated up with 394 still leading with 394, 433 and 574. And that happens to be Rohit of Haryana who finished on top.
The next event on the track will be 5,000 meter women final.
Rohit of Haryana had clocked a timing of 51.55 seconds, leaving Pradeep of Haryana to the second spot for 52.57 seconds, while for the third spot it is Amrit Pal of Punjab with 53.89. Yes, Mohit of Haryana getting the fourth one. And that is the pole vault arena, the event which started as the first one for this afternoon session is still in progress.
खेलो इंडिया में भी कोर्ट को यहाँ है, किसी बात जो यहाँ है, यहाँ से बनती है।
38 नंबर की शर्टें मिली हम लोगों को।
सर
Sir, next thing on contract is by 5:45. This extension will go for hammer throw. 5:45 next thing on contract. Hammer throw already we have covered 3 rounds. So now fifth is going on. So that will be better.
आपके लेफ्ट स्कोरर है हाँ लेफ्ट स्कोरर ले ले पूरे इनिंग में ठीक है टाइम कीपर तो एक ही कर लेगा काम लेफ्ट स्कोरिंग कर लेगा
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we take you over to the hammer throw arena, the fifth trial is in progress, and it is going to be 220. Had registered 55.65 meters in a fifth attempt. And next it will be 254. Ritu Dhiman of Uttar Pradesh who will be in action for the fifth trial. Through the nets, as we see, that is Ritu Dhiman of Uttar Pradesh who is about to take the fifth trial. That happened to be a big hit at the cage and declared no throw, which happens to be a foul one. And it is going to be 263. The national record holder Sarita R. Singh, who is leading at present, is on her way to 5th trial. That happens to be a foul.
commentary table hello commentary table finish point
The sixth and the final throw is about to be taken up with Anmol Kaur of Punjab to begin with. And that happens to be a foul throw as it had a hit at the cage. The final trial is in progress in the hammer throw arena, and that is going to be 127 Poonam Devi of Haryana, who had taken her sixth trial. Her earlier trial says 48.59 meters, 49.38 meters, 48.36 meters, and so on.
All the competitors of the 100 meter women league edition. Here we have the list of the competitors who are qualified for the semi-finals of the 100 meter.
And that happened to be 48.56, 48.56 meters. And it will be 262 in action for the final throw. Gunjan Singh of Uttar Pradesh.
103 Nitya Gandhi, Telangana. 234 Chandra Lekha, Tamil Nadu. 103 Afsana Begum, Andhra Pradesh. And 247 Revati, Tamil Nadu. For the second semi-final, in the women 100 meters, the qualified women athletes are 275 Rajashri Mandal, West Bengal, 150 Priyanka Kalagi, Karnataka.
And it is going to be 249 Nikita of Uttar Pradesh for the final throw. 262 had registered 56.50 meters in a final throw.
Kerala, 155 Padmini MJ, Karnataka, and 160 Nirupama Sundarraj, Karnataka. The monthly competitors, those who have qualified for the 100 meter semi-final.
Nikita of Uttar Pradesh registered 51.80 meters in a final throw.
346 Nisar Ahmad Delhi, 789 Satyavik Singh Uttar Pradesh, 767 Anurup John, Kerala, 647 BK Alakyada Singh, Tamil Nadu, 514 Asini Keti, Kerala.
And it is going to be bib number 132 Jyoti Rana of Haryana. Jyoti Rana had registered 51.02 meters, 51.14 meters, 52.49 meters in her earlier throws. And that happens to be a good release.
551 Krishna Kumar Rane, Maharashtra, 396 Haryana. 589 Harjeet Singh, Punjab, 642 Manikananda Arumugam,
Tamil Nadu. 492 Mohammed Sadar, Karnataka. 752 Sheful Mandal, West Bengal. And for the heat of the semi-final of the men's 100 meters.
And now it is going to be Sarjeet Kaur of Punjab who will be taking her final throw. That happens to be a hit at the cage and declared no throw.
678 Jyoti Spencer Devnath, Tripura. 541 Aniruddha Gujar, Maharashtra. 788 Vinit Pawar, Uttar Pradesh. And 738 Rishabh Tripathi, Uttar Pradesh.
And it is going to be 254. Ritu Dhiman of Uttar Pradesh will be taking her final trial. That happens to be a hit at the cage.
The next event of the track will be 5,000 meters women final, and the competitors are 280 Dina of Andhra Pradesh, 195 Sanjeevani Yadav, Maharashtra.
263 Sarita R. Singh, the national record holder and the meet record holder, is about to take. And that is the lineup for the final of 5,000 meters in the women's section. Here we have Reena of Andhra Pradesh, Sanjeevani Jadhav of Maharashtra, 246 El Surya of Tamil Nadu, 283 Pooja of Delhi, 201 Rutuja Shinde of Maharashtra, 253 Kiran Chauhan of Uttar Pradesh, 192 Swati Gadave of Maharashtra, 198 Sai Geeta Naik of Maharashtra, 261 Rashi Shukla of Uttar Pradesh, 128 Varsha Devi of Haryana, 200 Nikita Raut of Maharashtra, 153 Archana Kumari of Karnataka, 199 Ati Patel of Maharashtra, 269 Prinu Yadav of Uttar Pradesh, 227 Meenu of Rajasthan, 126 Muni Devi of Haryana, 293 Seema Devi of Punjab, 250 Richa Bhaduria of Uttar Pradesh, 202 Poonam Sonono of Maharashtra, 162 Yazar Pratiksha of Karnataka, 115 Daljit Kaur of Delhi, 138 Insha Wadu of Jammu and Kashmir, and bib number 287 Savita Paul of Uttar Pradesh. And as you all may be aware, it's a 12.5 lap race. And that is the lineup for 5,000 meters women final. As the event is about to begin, we would like to keep you informed about the national record holder for 5,000 meters. It is in the name of Preja Sridharan with 15 minutes 15.89 seconds, created in the year 2010. The meet record stands in the name of El Surya with 15 minutes 39.59 seconds, created in 2016. And as far as this event is concerned, the meet record holder, El Surya, is there taking part with bib number 246, who happens to be a recent hit in many of the competitions, not only in the national level but also the recent Asian competition. And that is 246 leading the pack, that is El Surya of Tamil Nadu, being closely followed by 128 Varsha Devi of Haryana, and 195 as they move the half lap mark. At the third place, it is Sanjeevani Jadhav of Maharashtra. Surya maintains, being followed by the same Sanjeevani Jadhav for the third spot. And Varsha Devi in the second spot at present. Top 5-6 athletes are evenly placed with just less than 1 meter in between them, as 6 of the athletes are moving in the same stride. The 7th one is about to take lead, and at the 4th spot we have 293 Seema Devi of Punjab. In the 5th one we have bib number 192 Swati Gadave of Maharashtra. And following her for the 6th spot, it is 253 Kiran Chauhan of Uttar Pradesh at present. And now they are completing 1.5 laps and they have 11 more laps to go. And as we see at the screen, the top 12 to 13 athletes are maintaining the same gap between them. Hardly 1 meter between them. And that is the chain still moving on with El Surya with bib number 246 from Tamil Nadu being the leader. And there is still El Surya of Tamil Nadu leading the pack, closely having Varsha Devi for the second spot, who is from Haryana. And for the 3rd spot, it is bib number 195, Sanjeevani Jadhav of Maharashtra. And 192 is at the 4th spot, at present Swati Gadave of Maharashtra. 269 is trying to keep ahead. They have 10 more to go. 10 more laps to go. Still they move together with a gap of hardly 1 meter between them. Almost 10 to 12 athletes are moving so. And there is 246 El Surya of Tamil Nadu who is leading the pack. With closely followed by Varsha Devi of Haryana and Sanjeevani Jadhav of Maharashtra. And now the 3rd place is getting changeover with 192. It is 192 Swati Gadave of Maharashtra moving on to the 3rd spot. Surya moving ahead in the 1st spot. Surya's Varsha Devi, Swati Gadave and Meenu of Rajasthan. They are the top 4 as of now. And now the bunch is getting separated out. The top 4 maintain the equal distance between them, while the others are led behind very much. And there is still El Surya of Tamil Nadu leading the pack with Varsha Devi of Haryana in the 2nd spot. With 192.
हाई जंप हो रहा है, ये भी लेना सामने हो सकता है, हो जाएगा दिखा दे
going on
कर दूं स्विच कर दूं
yeah and they are the top 4 still maintaining the lead. That is El Surya. The leaders will have to go for 8 more laps in this 5,000 meters. And now the second spot got changed. We now take you over to the high jump arena where we could see bib number 174, Ginu Maria Manuel of Kerala, who is about to take her jump. Ginu Maria Manuel with bib number 174 from Kerala is moving on. She was comfortable in clearing that. They are shifting on to the next height in the high jump arena for the women. As far as high jump is concerned, the national record stands in the name of Sahana Kumari with a clearance of 1.92 meters, created in June 2012. The meet record stands in the name of Bobby Aloysius with 1.89 meters, created a way long back in 2003. And as far as the qualifying mark is concerned, it is 1.90 meters in the women's section. And that is the high jump arena where athletes are preparing themselves. And it is going to be 1, 2, 4. Jyoti of Haryana, who is about to take a trial.
How many laps to go? You have to tell them. Someone has to show them.
And that was not a clearance by Jyoti of Haryana. The height of the crossbar at present is 1.79 meters, and that is going to be 2 double height. Angel P. Devesia of Kerala was not able to succeed in her attempt.
Here we have the results of number 4 women final. The winner of the first place, Sarita R. Singh of Uttar Pradesh with a distance of 63.80 meters. Second, Gunjan Singh of Uttar Pradesh 56.50 meters. And in the third place, Sarabjit Kaur of
And it is going to be 1-4. Jyoti of Haryana taking her next attempt. In this attempt, though, she was not able to be successful.
Sarabjit Kaur of Punjab report immediately near the announce table for victory ceremony, for the medal ceremony.
Devesh, this victory ceremony result. This victory ceremony result.
And that is going to be 1-7-4. Jinu Moria Manuel of Kerala, who is about to take her next attempt. As she moves on, she was not able to clear. And that is going to be Angel P. Devesia of Kerala, who will be taking her next attempt. The long strides. She fumbled before takeoff and she moves back. And that is Angel P. Devesia of Kerala, who fumbled while taking off, is about to start on the long stride. She moves on and again she fumbles. And we take you back to the track as we are focusing El Surya of Tamil Nadu, who happens to be the leader, quite comfortably ahead of all the athletes in the final of 5,000 meters. And that is El Surya with bib number 246. And that happens to be the last lap for Surya to go over. Swati Gadave happens to be at the second spot at present, almost more than 100 meters behind Surya. And at present it is Aarti Patel with bib number 199 of Maharashtra at the third spot. Between the first and third spot almost 200 meters, while between the first and second spot almost 100 meters lead. El Surya of Tamil Nadu moving ahead comfortably for the title of 5,000 meters in this Federation Cup, who happens to be the meet record holder already with 15.39.59, 15 minutes 39.59 seconds, and that is El Surya, who is finishing in style. Up to 4-5 laps, the athletes were closely moving to her, and beyond that, she separated out, bunched out, and she was quite comfortably moving ahead. And that happens to be Swati Gadave of Maharashtra. for the second spot. And that is 199, Aarti Patil of Maharashtra, who is finishing for the third spot. One to eight, Varsha Devi of Haryana finishing for the fourth spot with 202 for the fifth spot. 202 being Poonam Sone of Maharashtra. Two to 7 finishing for the sixth spot. It is being Meenu of Rajasthan. 250 for the seventh spot. Richa Bahaduria of Uttar Pradesh. 293 finishing for the eighth spot being Seema Devi from Punjab. For this 5,000 meters in the women's section, the qualifying mark for the ensuing Commonwealth Games to be held at Gold Coast, Australia will be 15 minutes 09.00 seconds. We'll have to wait for some more time and see to whether any of the athletes are getting qualified from India. As you could see, the visual board in the screen which is taking the timing, it will be giving us our results as soon as the race gets over. And that is the pole vault arena which appears in our screen. We could see the 5,000 meters runners are crossing around. And still many of the athletes have the spirit of finishing the event.
I must draw your attention towards the pole vault arena. The height of the bar is 5 meters and the 5 competitors are going to attempt this height. आप सभी की जानकारी के लिए pole vault के बार की ऊंचाई 5 मीटर
And they are the tail enders of the race who are about to finish. 162 happens to be Pratika of Karnataka, being followed by 126 Minu Devi of Haryana. And that is the pole vault arena where the competition is still in progress.
Ladies and gentlemen, the
And
medal ceremony for the hammer throw women will now take place. Our guest of honor, Honorable Mr. Ravindra Chaudhary, the Vice President of Athletics Federation of India, will distribute the medals, and he will be accompanied by Honorable Mr. Mota Sadaran S, co-founder from Ram Adam.
Ladies and gentlemen, and that is the medal presentation ceremony for the women winners of hammer throw. Ravindra Chaudhary, the Vice President of Athletics Federation of India, is the guest of honor for this award presentation. For the event hammer throw, the winner of the bronze medal is Sarabjit Kaur of Punjab for a clearance of 55.65 meters.
The winner of the bronze medal, Sarabjit Kaur from Punjab.
Sarabjit Kaur in a first attempt made 53.91 meters, second one 53.48, third one 51.91 meters, fourth one happens to be foul, fifth one 55.65 meters, and the last one happens to be foul. The winner of the silver medal is Gunjan Singh of Uttar Pradesh with 56.50 meters, with 1, 3 and 4 being fouls. 52.20, 55.43 and 56.50 being the other attempts. And then of the gold medal winner is Sarita R. Singh of Uttar Pradesh, who happens to be the national record holder as well as the meet record holder with a performance of 63.80 meters. Whereas the national record as well as the meet record stands in a name with 65.25 meters. As far as Sarita Singh is concerned, she registered 60.94 meters in her first and declined for 58.57. Again, she rose up with 63.21. Again, she declined with 57.28. Fifth one happened to be foul. And in the last one, she made a burst with 63.80 meters.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will take you over to the start point of the 5,000 meters.
With one of the interesting on-track Gotova. The last event for day one on track is about to be taken up, while the pole vault for men is in progress. The last event 5,000 meters is about to be taken up, and that is a start point where we are being taken over. For this event, we have 778 Sachin Patel of Maharashtra, 747 Kuranga Harij of Uttarakhand, 742 Dharmendra Yadav of Uttar Pradesh, 655 G. Lakshmanan of Tamil Nadu, who happens to be a champion athlete in the recent years for not only for 5,000 but also for 10,000. 803 Suresh Kumar of Uttarakhand, 325 Karan of Andhra Pradesh, 580 Gurbinder Singh of Punjab, 472 Savan Barwal of Himachal Pradesh, 695 Arjun Kumar of Uttar Pradesh, 379 Gavit Murli of Gujarat, 691 Abdul Hannan of Uttar Pradesh, 783 Shravan Kumar Beniwal of Rajasthan, 750 Mukesh Rawat of Uttarakhand, 531 Gurpreet of Madhya Pradesh, 568 Ranjit Kumar of Punjab, 766 Pradeep Singh of Uttarakhand, 548 Anil Panwar of Maharashtra, 375 Ajit Kumar of Gujarat, 554 Kizan Thadvi of Maharashtra, 779 Jaipal of Andhra Pradesh, 380 Bahadur Patel of Gujarat, 489 Parvesh of Karnataka, 712 Bipin Kumar Patel of Uttar Pradesh, and 444 Vijay Rathi of Haryana. And that is going to be a 12.5 lap race as we witnessed in the women's section. We now move on for the men's section. In the men's section, the national record stands in the name of Bahadur Prasad with 13 minutes 29.70 seconds, created in June 1992, while the meet record for 5,000 meters in the men's section stands in the name of Ketaram with 13 minutes 49.17 seconds created in 2014. And as you all may be interested to know the qualifying mark for the ensuing Commonwealth Games, it is at 13 minutes 25.00 seconds. And that is international starter Mr. Sushil giving instructions to the athletes.
अपना बेस्ट कर देती थी और क्या 63.20 किया मैंने पता नहीं अब मेरे में नहीं है या फिर क्या हुआ.
And now we could see the interview what is being given by.
हाँ मेरा पर्सनल बेस्ट 65.25 है. मैं सोच रही थी कि यहीं पे अच्छा हो जाए पर अब नेक्स्ट कंपटीशन अच्छा करूँगी.
अब नेक्स्ट आप कौन से किसके लिए एम करेंगे सर?
एशियन गेम्स के लिए.
एशियन गेम्स के लिए ट्राई करेंगे.
हाँ जी.
ओके ओके. और मैम एकदम और 63 भी काफी एकदम लास्ट रो में लगा था. आपको लगा उसमें कि वो बेस्ट शायद वो निकल गया हाथ में चांस हो गया 68 का?
हाँ
आपको लगा था?
मैं कर सकती थी. मैं प्रैक्टिस में भी अच्छा कर रही थी पर पता नहीं आज क्या हुआ जो मैं अच्छा नहीं कर पाई. लग है और आगे अच्छा करूँगी.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. और मैम इससे पहले ये पहला साल का पहला
हाँ साल का पहला कंपटीशन है.
ओके ओके.
और मैं पता नहीं इसीलिए थोड़ा मैं नर्वस थी या क्या था समझ में नहीं आया मेरे को खुद को. पहला कंपटीशन था इसलिए थोड़ा.
आप एशियन गेम्स के लिए क्या टारगेट रख दिए? 68 के आसपास या 65?
68. हाँ थैंक यू.
A 12.5 lap race. And at present, it is 766 who is leading, being followed by Lakshmanan of Tamil Nadu. 766 happens to be Pradeep Singh of Uttarakhand. At the second spot, presently we have Lakshmanan of Tamil Nadu. And for the third spot, it is 803 Suresh Kumar of Uttarakhand. As there was a gap between the third and the fourth, it is 695 who had bridged the gap, and that is Arjun Kumar of Uttar Pradesh. Still almost 7 to 8 athletes are maintaining the same gap between them. Entering the straights to complete 1.5 laps, it is Pradeep Singh of Uttarakhand still leading the pack with G. Lakshmanan of Tamil Nadu for the second spot, and 803 for the third spot. That happens to be Suresh Kumar of Uttarakhand. At fourth place, it happens to be 695 Arjun Kumar of Uttar Pradesh, and that is the official stand at the finish point. Pradeep Singh of Uttarakhand still leads the pack with G. Lakshmanan of Tamil Nadu at the second spot. As they are entering the strides to complete 2.5 laps, the position of the athlete still remains the same. They would like to go for 10 more laps.
Winners of the 5,000 meter women, El Surya of Tamil Nadu, Swati Gadhave and Aarti Patil of Maharashtra. You are prepared immediately near the announcer's table. El Surya of Tamil Nadu, Swati Gadhave and Aarti Patil of Maharashtra are requested to report immediately near the announcer's table for medal ceremony.
And there is a big cheering up in that car. They are entering the straights with Pradeep Singh of Uttarakhand in the lead, being closely followed by G. Lakshmanan of Tamil Nadu. And in the third spot we have 803 Suresh Kumar of Uttarakhand. At fourth we have 695 Arjun Kumar of Uttar Pradesh. As they keep moving, the same pace is maintained, the same distance between the athletes are being maintained for the top 4-5 athletes. 6 of them have bunched out. Almost 10 of the athletes are moving in the same pace with equal space between them. Still the position remains the same without any change, without much of lead between them. And that is Pradeep Singh of Uttarakhand moving ahead comfortably, having G. Lakshmanan of Tamil Nadu at the second spot. And we could see Jaypal of Andhra Pradesh in the straights. For the third spot it is Suresh Kumar of Uttarakhand. For the fourth one it is Sachin Patil of Maharashtra. For the fifth one it is 379 Gavit Murli of Gujarat. As they move over, they will have to go for 7 more laps. The leaders getting unchanged or remains the same. Five of the athletes maintain the same distance between them, leaving the sixth athlete a little behind, just double of the distance. And of course he is also trying to close them. And still that is Pradeep Singh of Uttarakhand in the lead, being closely followed by G. Lakshmanan, Suresh Kumar and Sachin Patil.
Swati Gadhave of Maharashtra and Aarti Patil of Maharashtra. Swati Gadhave and Aarti Patil of Maharashtra, you are required immediately near the announcer's table. महाराष्ट्र की स्वाति गधावे तथा आरती पाटिल आप तत्काल अनाउंसर्स टेबल के पास रिपोर्ट करें.
And still they maintain the lead and also the distance in between them. The leader is able to take the entire bunch in the same lead, in the same pace. 5 of them having even space between them, or moving ahead, leaving the 6th and others behind. At the 5th place we have bib number 379, who happens to be Gavit Murli of Gujarat. And there is a change in the leader, and that happens to be Lakshmanan, who is now leading the pack, being followed for the second spot, and that is the section of spectators who are enjoying the 5000 meters race in the men's section. And G. Lakshmanan had taken over the leader role now, being followed by Suresh Kumar of Uttarakhand. At the third spot we have 379. Gavit Murli of Gujarat, Lakshmanan of Tamil Nadu, Suresh Kumar of Uttarakhand, Gavit Murli of Gujarat are the top 3 at present. Maintaining the same lead between first and second, between G. Lakshmanan and Suresh Kumar, leaving the third little behind. Third being it is Gavit Murli of Gujarat. Fourth is also much more behind. First and second place movers are maintaining the same lead. G. Lakshmanan of Tamil Nadu with bib number 655. Suresh Kumar of Uttarakhand with bib number 803 are moving together, just one behind the other. Just turning back to look as to how much lead he has. And the third person who is catching up the straight is Gavit Murli of Gujarat. The leaders of the race will have to go for 3 more laps. At the fourth spot, at present we have 778 Sachin Patel of Maharashtra. Lakshmanan moves ahead, being followed by Suresh Kumar of Uttarakhand. The lead between them remains the same as they go for so many rounds, and almost they have hardly 2+ rounds to go. As they are in the curve, they are entering the home stretch, that is straights. Lakshmanan being followed by Suresh Kumar, Lakshmanan of Tamil Nadu followed by Suresh Kumar of Uttarakhand. And now there is a slight change in the leader. It is Suresh Kumar of Uttarakhand trying to overtake Lakshmanan, and of course he is a little ahead of Lakshmanan. And also it appears to be, since Suresh Kumar of Uttarakhand happens to be a taller person, he is having a longer strides, while Lakshmanan being short, he will have to pump in with the shorter strides. And the race is getting heated up as Lakshmanan is about to overtake him in the curve. Still, Suresh Kumar of Uttarakhand is not giving up. He keeps moving ahead of Lakshmanan. As they will be entering the straights, they will be having only one more lap to go. Yes, they have entered the straights, they have one more lap to go. It is Suresh Kumar of Uttarakhand in the lead, being closely followed by G. Lakshmanan of Tamil Nadu. As they move over for the last lap, still it is Suresh Kumar of Uttarakhand leading the race, having closely Lakshmanan of Tamil Nadu. For the third spot, it is 379. Gavit Murli of Gujarat. The race is getting heated up and there is a changeover in the leader. G. Lakshmanan very comfortably takes the lead of Suresh Kumar. He is well ahead, executing the last curve, and that happens to be the last curve to be executed in the 5000 meters race. Yes, Lakshmanan enters the home stretch, and that is Lakshmanan entering the home stretch for the finish of 5000 meters, being closely followed by Suresh Kumar of Uttarakhand, who is well behind, and Lakshmanan secures the first spot, leaving Suresh Kumar of Uttarakhand to the second one. And there we could see Gavit Murli finishing for the third spot, who is from Gujarat. For the fourth spot, it is Sachin Patil of Maharashtra. .695 finished for the fifth place. Arjun Kumar of Uttar Pradesh. With 13 minutes 25.00 seconds being the qualifying mark for the Commonwealth Games, we'll have to wait and see for the result board as soon as the race gets over. A section of the spectators relaxing after having seen the scintillating 5000 meters race in the men's section.
The medal ceremony for the 5000 meter women will now take place. Our guest of honor, Honorable Mr. C.K. Wilson, the Secretary General of the Athletic Federation of India, will distribute the medals, and he will be accompanied by Honorable Colonel Arvind Jha, the sports psychologist from the Athletic Federation of India, and Army Sports Institute Pune.
And that is the pole vault arena where we could see bib number 759 moving back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now about to witness the victory ceremony of 5000 meters for women.
The time is of 16 minutes 27.39 seconds.
The third place winner for the event 5000 meters in the women's section. And that is Swati Gadave of Maharashtra getting the silver medal. And the winner of the gold medal for the even 5000 meters is L. Surya of Tamil Nadu. The medals are being presented by the Secretary of Athletics Federation of India, Mr. C.K. Wilson.
Congratulations to all the winners and thanks to our honorable guests. Thank you very much, sir.
And as Surya is being greeted, we'll have to make a mention that right from the beginning till end, she was maintaining the lead and she was a leader for the entire race.
The winners of the 5,000 meter men, you are requested to report immediately near the announcer table. 5,000 मीटर दौड़ पुरुष वर्ग के जो तीनों विजेता हैं विकेट का तत्काल इसको चेक करने दिया है. Here we have the results of high jump women. The winner of the first place, Jyoti of Haryana, with a height of 1.76 meters. Second, Angel P. Devasia, again from Kerala, with a height of 1.76 meters. And Gino Maria Manu, the winner of the third place, with a height of 1.
And for day one, with almost all the events got over, we have only pole vault going on, and they are the proud winners of 5,000 meters. நேற்றும் இங்கே ஒர்க் பண்ணேன் ஸ்டேட் பேங்க் ஏடிஎம் இன்றைக்கும் போயிட்டு வந்தேன் ஒர்க் பண்ணேன் இப்போ போய் பார்க்கணும் ஈவினிங் நாளைக்கு ஈவினிங் 3 மணிக்கு 2 பேர் நாளைக்கு பார்க்குறேன் நீ பார்த்து வாங்கிக்கிறேன். onward bill அப்புறம் அங்கேருந்து இங்கே வந்து
அது ஃபோனில் இருக்குல்ல அவர் பிரிண்டர் எடுத்து கொடுத்தேன் அப்புறம்
with a pole vault still going on. The other events got over for day one. Of the Run Adam 22nd Federation Cup National Senior Athletics Championship 2018.
The winners of the high jump women and the winners of the 5,000 meter men, you all are requested to report immediately near the announcer table. 5,000 meter दौड़ पुरुष वर्ग के विजेता तथा हाई जंप women के विजेता आप सभी से हमारा निवेदन है कि आप तत्काल उद्घोषक मंच के नजदीक संपर्क करें.
And for day one, the pole vault for men will have to get over, and a few victory ceremonies should also get over.
போடுறானோ திங்க வேண்டியதா அப்படி சொல்லு. ஆல் தி பெஸ்ட்.
मेरा नहीं नवी
Officials, please come back.
हाँ माइक ला के दे
The winner of the 5,000 meter man, Suresh Kumar, the winner of the second place, and Rohit Javed. I request you to please report immediately near the announcer's table for medal ceremony. The winners of the high jump, Jyoti of Haryana, Angel P. Devasi of Kerala, and Sinu Malia of Kerala. You are also requested to report immediately near the announcer's table. Angel P. Devasi and Sinu Malia of Kerala. You both are requested to report immediately near the announcer's table.
You can use speakers.
लेकिन टाइमिंग में मतलब थोड़ा वो क्वालिटी तो आपका क्या
नहीं, हम लोग अभी स्ट्रेटजी ये अपनाएगी 5000 में इजी विन करके। अभी 10000 में क्वालिफाइंग मार्क्स सही है, 30 है, तो हम लोग उसमें अभी क्वालिफाई करेंगे। जो इसका फर्स्ट हाफ अभी अच्छा भागा 5 किलोमीटर, तो सेकंड सेम पेस पे भाग करके आराम से 10000 में क्वालिफाई करेगी। और इन सब के लिए बहुत अच्छा एफर्ट कर रहे हैं। हम लोगों को पूरा अपना सपोर्ट मिल रहा है एथलेटिक फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडिया से, साई से, और हम लोग अभी ऊटी में अल्टीट्यूड ट्रेनिंग सेंटर कर रहे हैं। उसका हम लोगों को काफ़ी फ़ायदा मिल रहा है। अभी लास्ट टाइम पे जकार्ता में लड़की पर्सनल बेस्ट किया था 13:39। तो इन सब चीज़ों को देखते हम लोग अभी 10000 में अच्छा करेंगे और क्वालिफाई करेंगे कॉमनवेल्थ के लिए।
अभी वो रिकवरी कैसे होगी आपके लिए आपकी 10000 में?
नहीं, अभी वो इस अकॉर्डिंगली उस पेस से भागा है। इतना पेस वो नॉर्मल भागता है, तो इतना कोई ज़्यादा एफर्ट इसमें लगाया नहीं है ज़्यादा। तो रेगुलर पेस पे भाग करके अभी हम लोग 10000 में मेन फोकस कर रहे हैं। तो 10000 में 100% जो है क्वालिफाई कर रहे हैं।
फ्यूचर का क्या टारगेट्स देखते हैं कॉमनवेल्थ के बाद?
हाँ, कॉमनवेल्थ के बाद हम लोग एशियन गेम्स है, एशियन गेम्स के हम लोग मेन फोकस कर रहे हैं। एशियन गेम्स से हम लोगों के काफ़ी चांसेस है अभी लॉन्ग एंड मिडिल डिस्टेंस में मेडल के, तो हम लोग मेनली उसी के लिए फोकस कर रहे हैं जो अगस्त में होने वाले हैं। तो हम लोग अभी ऊटी में ट्रेनिंग कर रहे हैं, तो उसमें सारा मेन फोकस उसी पर रहेगा हम लोग।
आपको नहीं लगता कि ट्रेनिंग से ज़्यादा कंपटीशन में पार्ट लेना ज़्यादा अच्छा रहेगा?
नहीं, कंपटीशन हम लोगों को टाइम टू टाइम मिल रहे हैं, ऐसे कोई नहीं है। और ट्रेनिंग बहुत मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट है। हम लोग कम से कम 2-3 महीने कंटिन्यू ट्रेनिंग चाहिए, उसके बाद कंपटीशन चाहिए। तो जो अभी सही शेड्यूल के अनुसार सारा कुछ वो हो रहा है अभी। हाँ हाँ, करना। टेल समथिंग।
Should I first ask the question and then translate? Okay, हाँ, உங்களுக்கு செகண்ட் को நடுவுல நிறைய டிஸ்டன்ஸ் இருந்தது. அதனால உங்களுக்கு அவ்வளோ டைம் ப்ரெஷர் இல்லை. அதனால உங்களுக்கு என்ன ஆச்சு? உங்களுக்கு நீங்கள் ஃபாஸ்ட்டாக போகலாமா? இதோட ஃபாஸ்ட்டாக போயிருக்கலாமா?
எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் இன்றைக்கி ஃபீலிங் கொஞ்சம் நல்லா இருந்துச்சு. சரி, இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் ட்ரை பண்ணியிருக்கலாம். இருந்தாலும் யார் இருந்தாலும் இல்லாட்டியும் கோச்சு ஸ்டார்டிங்கில் என்னோட இது ஓட சொல்லி தான் எனக்கு அனுப்பியிருந்தேன். கோச் ஸ்டார்டிங்லேருந்தே பேசியிருந்தது சொல்லி தான் அனுப்பிச்சிருந்தாங்க. நான் அந்தளவு ட்ரை பண்ணேன். ஃபஸ்ட்டு கிலோமீட்டர் கொஞ்சம் ஃபாஸ்ட் போயிடுச்சு. இருந்தாலும் லாஸ்ட் கிலோமீட்டர் நான் ட்ரை பண்ணேன். இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் பண்ணியிருக்கலாம். பட் ஓகே, 10000 நான் இதோட இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் நல்லா பண்ணுறதுக்கு ட்ரை பண்ணுவேன் சார்.
So she was feeling good. उनको अच्छा लग रहा था. First kilometer she ran with proper pace and all. And last kilometer she tried her best, but she thinks she could have done better. And her main aim is the 10,000, not the 5,000. Done? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, आपको
सर फ्री
ये पूछो। हेलो।
For the height group, we will now take place. I want you to Honorable Padmashri Shri Bahadur Singh, the Chief Coach of Athletic Federation of India, will distribute the medals, and he will be accompanied by Honorable Shri Parveer Singh, National Athletic Coach.
And that is the victory ceremony of the women winners of high jump.
Jyoti of Haryana and Angel B. Revasia of Kerala with a height of 1.76 meters. There is a joint winner for the first place for the gold medal.
The first place is being shared by two of the athletes.
Revasia of Kerala with a height of 1.76 meters.
With a clearance of 1.76 meters, and that is the chief coach of Indian athletics team, Mr. Bahadur Singh, is presenting the medals.
5,000 meter winners.
And the winner of the bronze medal, Shinoharia of Kerala.
The winner of the bronze medal is from Kerala.
With a height of 1.76 meters. Congratulations to all the winners and thanks to our honorable guests. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony of the 5,000 meter men will now take place. Our guest of honor, Honorable Mr. K. General Assembly of the Managing Director of Run Adam will distribute the medal, and he will be accompanied by Honorable Mr. Sr.Athletics, who are the Vice President of Athletic Federation of India. category of men, the winner of the bronze medal, Murali Garve of Gujarat, with a timing of 14 minutes 03.04 seconds. The winner of the silver medal, Suresh Kumar of Uttarakhand, with a timing of 30 minutes 49.51 seconds. And the gold medal, with a new meet record, G. Lakshmanan of Tamil Nadu, with a timing of 30 minutes 47.28 seconds. The previous meet record of the 5,000 meter men was in the name of Decathlon, with a performance of 30 minutes 49.17 seconds. Congratulations to all the winners and thanks to our organizers. All the technical officials and the volunteers who are requested to please assemble near the VIP arena for a meeting. सभी technical officials और volunteers जो यहाँ मौजूद हैं आप सबसे हमारा विनम्र आग्रह है कि आप मुख्य शामियाने के नजदीक मीटिंग के लिए उपस्थित हो जाएं।
Just place the table a little bit ahead. Because morning as well as afternoon we are getting the... So you can set... you can set here.
I request all the technical officials and the volunteers to assemble in the main Shamiana for a meeting. सभी टेक्निकल ऑफिशियल्स और वॉलंटियर्स जो इस प्रतियोगिता के संचालन में अपना योगदान और अपना सहयोग हमें प्रदान कर रहे हैं, आप सभी से हमारा विनम्र निवेदन है कि आप जल्द से जल्द मुख्य सामान्य में आकर एकत्रित हो जाएं। All the technical officials will have to assemble for a meeting in the main channel.
लक्ष्मण आपने मीट रिकॉर्ड किया यहाँ पे, बट आप एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे कि आप क्वालिफाइंग मार्क तक पहुँच जाएंगे?
मैं बहुत अच्छा वर्कआउट करके आ रहा। हाँ, मैं भी मीट रिकॉर्ड के लिए कोशिश किया, फिर भी मैं क्वालिफाई करने के लिए मैं बहुत कोशिश कर रहा हूँ। अभी भी मेरा को और अच्छा और एक मौका मिलेगा ना, मैं और कोई बाहर जाने के लिए बाहर ट्राई करेगा। हमारा को बहुत अच्छा सपोर्ट कर रही है साई, स्पोर्ट्स अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया, मेरा आर्मी स्पोर्ट्स इंस्टीट्यूट, मेरा मद्रास रेजिमेंट सेंटर, सारे मेरे को बहुत सपोर्ट कर रहा है। फिर अभी मेरा कोच ओलंपियन सुरेंद्र सिंह है, उसका अनरोल में एल सूर्या मेरा बहन है, वो भी फर्स्ट है।
अभी हम 10,000 भी तय है और अच्छा करने के लिए कोशिश कर रहा हूँ। मैं अभी क्वालिफाई नहीं किया, बहुत दुख है, फिर भी ये और एक मौका मिलेगा ना बाहर जाके करने के लिए और अच्छा करने के लिए मैं क्वालिफाई करेगा पक्का।
क्या हुआ सर वहाँ पे, जैसे अपने पेस सेटर आपके साथ वो इतना स्पीड नहीं दे रहा था
हमारा वो भी मेरा उसका परसों इवेंट है 10,000 है, ऐसे वो भी 66-65 का फेस देने के लिए ऐसे मेरा कोच बोला, फिर भी ठीक है, ठीक लगा दिया, फिर और 10-15 सेकंड तक करना चाहिए, फिर और अच्छा देगा ना और अच्छा टाइमिंग आना चाहिए। मैं पक्का 13-20 का डाउन भाग जाएगा पक्का, डाउन अभी का फिट में ऐसे भाग जाएगा।
आज सुरेश कुमार ने अच्छा कंपटीशन
ना, अच्छा मतलब वो भी लास्ट में उसका विन करने के लिए वो लास्ट में 2 लैप में ऊपर अप कर रहा, फिर और स्टार्टिंग से वो अप एंड डाउन करके लगा था ना मिलके, फिर और अच्छा टाइमिंग आने वाला है। ओके, थैंक यू सर।